name's Kyrie. This is my hero story. When I received an email from Kyrie asking to share my story, I could only think of one person. It was my stepmom. To understand how this woman has impacted the story of the woman I am today, you may want to know my story before she became part of it. When my dad and mother divorced when I was 3 years old, my mother was an alcoholic and I seldom saw or spoke to her growing up. For as long as I can remember, my father, grandmother, and aunt raised my two sisters and I to always say our prayers before bed and to always be kind. I don't necessarily remember going to church before the age of 8, but I knew that there was a God who loved me and would always provide for me. When my dad and stepmom married, I was 5 years old. Although their initial encounters started out less than religiously, she has never been more of an example of God's love and forgiveness for me. God has shown me through her life that He will always provide exactly what we need in His perfect timing. My mother has always been open about her choices she made as a teen mother, being divorced and placing a baby up for adoption in her 20s, and about loving God. Growing up, I have memories of waking up on Saturdays, interrupting her quiet times, my mom going to weekly prayer meetings with friends, and going to church as a family. But it wasn't until I was in high school that we were randomly placed into a small group together through a course called Alpha. Alpha course was just a getting to know God. Through this course, I saw a whole new perspective on how it was to love God and to love others through our relationships. God taught me that in spite of our journey and where we come from, He uses those experiences to touch others and be bold enough to share those experiences with others. Fast forward to today and how these experiences of having my stepmom in my life, I've learned not to judge others for their choices, that everyone has their own experiences in life because they can help others in similar situations. I've learned that having a personal relationship with God is as easy as having a conversation with those next to you. That God is not a far-off being that is out of reach. I've learned that you don't have to be perfect in your prayer life, but it does take effort. It helps to have people around us to support us in our walk with Christ.